Hey guys, welcome back to Feed the Beast Ultimate, back in our Skyblock. And before we actually get started today, guys, I just want to point out that this past weekend we started out a new series, Feed the Beast Unleashed. That's right, and it is super fun. I'm having a blast playing it so far, and well, you guys should check it out. Now, at the beginning of that series, I also stated that I wasn't done with Feed the Beast Ultimate, and we would be continuing it, and here we are, keeping up with that. So here we are back in Skyblock, and last time we left off was working on our industrial centrifuge and industrial grinder. Now, I was having some problems getting the industrial grinder set up, but I was very close, I think. I was only missing one little thing, and that was a bucket of water in the center. So let's try and get this thing up and running, shall we? Alright, so let's see. Let's see, FE. We're probably going to want an MFE. Get that thing on autocraft. Nice little buffer here for us. Our centrifuge has been working pretty good. I just went ahead and put some more platinum dust in there. We was down to 16, so if you take a look, we got 48 iridium nuggets. Let's see, do we have our minium stone? Yes, we do. Let's open this guy up and let's see if we can't spread this across. So this is pretty much the plan here. Using the centrifuge with the platinum dust to make iridium ingots. That's the plan. I don't know if that's super efficient or not, but you know, that's 5 iridium ingots just from platinum dust. You know, what is that? After pulverizing the Sheldonite ore. Now, hopefully after we get done grinding it in the industrial grinder, we'll get more platinum dust, and I think we also get iridium nuggets too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. That's what it just says in NEI. Now, it could be different, so we'll see. These things are doing pretty good. Alright, let's get some of this powered up, shall we? Alright, and I think I'm going to put them in the wall right here. So we need like a 3x3. I'm thinking like right in here somewhere. I'm trying to debate on whether or not I want them like fully sticking out of the wall, or if I just want like the casing to start right here with the rest of them. Because if you notice, I have them pretty much all starting right here, except for this one, because then it just wouldn't look right, I wouldn't think. I really need to fix the wiring here too. Well, we'll see how it looks. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, this is how we do it, yeah. Then we take the reinforced ones, place it like this. Then we'll take a bucket of water, which is what I was apparently missing. I think I had it right last time, I just missed the bucket of water in the center there, so let's see if this works. I wish that in the end, like, you know how we had our Mac, our assembler for applied energistics? I kind of wish that it, you know, made it look different like this, because that just looks cool, you know? But those other machine blocks, they just kind of, you know what I mean? So, I guess we'll just have to live with it. But anyway, let's see how this is. Let's see. Incomplete machine casing, really? Oh, that's right, because this goes up here. I gotcha. Alright, so let's see. How do I pull you up? Ah, there we go. I keep forgetting because they all have like their own little special way of getting picked up. So that should work there. Ah, there we go. So, what is that? Reinforced machine casings in the center. Then standard on the top and the bottom. A bucket of water in the center. And there you go, the industrial grinder. Now, I got to get this guy set up with some power output. So let's see. Where are we at here? It shouldn't be too hard. Actually, I have no clue whatsoever whether or not this takes 128 or a 32. So to be safe, let's type in LV. Let's grab a transformer. Oh, Lord. You can see me sighing already, right? Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, we'll take this and put it like this, and how am I going to do this? Okay, good. I think I can do that, right? Alright, he's gaining power, that's what I want. Now, let's try to put 1 Sheldonite ore in there. That's what it's supposed to do, right? Alright, let's push R on the Sheldonite. Oh, wait, what, can I do it in there? Try that again. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I don't think there's a pattern to make Sheldonite. Let's see. Powered furnace, pulverizer, induction smelter, macerator, industrial grinder. Okay, max energy, 128. Okay, then we can do that. Good. Let's just pick that up. Not to worry. Better to be safe than sorry. I didn't know it showed up there. I can't remember all these machines. I still always kind of flinch just a little bit every time I place those. I can't help it, because I'm afraid it's going to go boom in my face. I don't like that. Alright, let's try this one more time. Oops. Wait a second. Am I missing something? I think I'm missing something. Hold on a second. I think I need... Oh, we need a water cell. Okay. So this gives us iridium nuggets. According to this, someone informed me that it was actually iridium ore, but we'll find out here in just a second. So, let's see. Water cells. I guess I don't have any. I remember at one time I had those auto-crafted in here. I wonder if I could set a system up like that again, because it looks like I might actually need something like this. We got plenty of tin, so this isn't an issue for us. As you can see, bam. Look at that, 32. Now, my question is, will it still work if I put those back in there? Wow, we got 77 empty cells in there. All right, let's get this liquid transposer back to work, shall we? Now, if I'm not mistaken, we need to get back in here. Get on this guy. Do that. Do stacks. Alright, so that's going to move every empty cell that we have in our system at all times into our liquid transposer and automatically, you know, convert it into water cells, which is fine by me. I really haven't used water cells too much for anything because I think Greg Tank is the mod that reduces the amount of cells that you get per the 4 tin ingots or the recipe. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of them anymore, is because it takes so much to make them. I used to like the fact that we got 16 from these. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see, let's get that out of the way. And there we go. So we got some water cells coming in. Let's see if we can get this automated at least, or some form. Alright, so we got plenty of export buses. Let's grab some ME cabling. And there might be a better way of doing this. I am not sure. This is just the way I know, so let's give it a shot, shall we? Where's that ME cable coming in at? The problem is it's going to have to come in and look kind of funny. Do you think it would be back here? Wait, okay, this thing isn't even hooked up. Okay, so I'll have to set something up with that later on, I guess. Now, I imagine we want to put this into the top of the machine, correct? Seems logical. Let's give it a shot. See if this works. Alright, so right click on this, put water cells in there. Alright, water cells are going in the top. Now what if I take Sheldonite and do that? Alright, let's do this. Let's put a piece of Sheldonite in our system. Okay, so I'm thinking we did it wrong, because if I'm not mistaken, the water cell need, yeah, see, water cells need to go on the bottom, but it's placing it in the top slot. I don't know if I can do that. Wow, that's fairly quick. So we get 2 iridium nuggets and 2 platinum dust plus nickel dust, which isn't a bad thing either. And we get our cell back, which then we can just have that sent back into our system. And that way we don't even have to auto-craft cells. We have this sent back into our system, and it'll just automatically go get refilled. So pretty awesome in my book. Let's see. Let's do a little bit more testing, shall we? Let's pull you up. Now, I want to take this export bus and place it on the side here. curious to see if this does something different. Alright, so let's do that. And where do you place that? Or are you able to place it in there at all? Put a water cell in our system. Whoops. I hate it when it does that. Alright, so it is not putting it in there. What I'm thinking is an issue here is that I'm probably going to have to take this and put it in the bottom, and that means that MFE cannot sit there. Alright, let's grab this out. Oops. Oh, so it's putting that in. Okay. So that doesn't belong there. Roger that. You, come back. I know, we're wasting some power, but that's okay. We got plenty of power generation coming on the way. Alright, let's see. Let's pick you up. This is going to look kind of bad. Alright, here's a nice little way of getting this taken care of. So if I do that and then I shift right click, that flips it to the other side and it should power it. So let's see if this will work now. Put the bus on the bottom. There we go, perfect. Alright, so now I need one on the top, and let's see, let's do this. So I'm gonna grab an an import bus and an export bus. Blagger. Don't mind me. Alright, so I want the export bus on top. Then we want the import bus on the side, and I'm gonna need one more cabling right there. Alright, so this I want to be Sheldonite ore, and this should just pull everything out, correct? We'll find out. Alright, let's put Sheldonite ore, a couple of those in our system there. Perfect, look at that go. Oh, and that's perfect. And then the water cells, or the empty cells, get sent back into the system to be sent to our liquid transposer and get reused again. Watch, this is gonna, yep, see, look, 9. Perfect. That is perfect. This machine is pretty much self-automated. All I gotta do is keep Sheldonite in my system. So once I go to like the end and such, all I'm gonna do is put everything I get in the end. I could put it just in my ender pouch if I wanted to. It automatically gets sent back here because my whole base here is chunk loaded. It automatically gets sent back here and sent to our industrial grinder. Now, this is what I was told to do, so if this is wrong, I apologize. But this is what I was told to do. Alright, anyway, we got plenty of water cells. We'll go ahead and put those back in our system. Put the nickel dust, iridium, iridium nuggets. Let's see. Let's do something else real quick. We're gonna have to head over to... I'll clean this up in a little bit. This looks kind of bad. Yeah. It looks kind of just messy, that's all. And we already got... Wow, look at all that tiny pile of nickel dust. So if I take it like this, we get a actual full nickel dust, which we could put in a furnace at that point and smelt into nickel, which is, I believe, like the equivalent of ferrous metal, or ferrous... or a ferrous ingot, whatever that is called. Alright, let's put that back in there. Let's actually put the platinum dust back in there. And I'll leave the rest of this on me pretty much, just in case I need it. Now, what was I coming in here to do? Oh, by the way, I love these crafting monitors. These things are awesome. Oh, right, the iridium. Let's see, so let's do this. Iridium. So we have the iridium nuggets here. Let's put those there. Then we can auto-craft those. So now we have... There we go. So now we have... Whoa. That's just auto-sending all that in there. That's perfect. I love that. Alright, so we have 11 iridium ingots. Now we need to take this iridium ore. Right? Let's type in blank. Let's get this blank pattern. Let's grab us a iridium ingot. Put that there. Place one there. And let's encode that. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that should work for our compressor. So anytime we have iridium ore, No, 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 not anytime. We'd have to tell our system we want it. So if we type in iridium, then we go to craftable, we can craft iridium ingots. And we have like, what, 24? So let's just put in like 20. That does not send it in there. Aren't you supposed to compress that though? Yeah, see? Crafts 1 iridium ingot with 1 iridium ore. That's awkward. I would imagine that that is supposed to send in there properly. I mean, it should be hooked up, right? Let me run out there and take a look real quick. Maybe there's something messed up out there. Scrap production's looking good. I have it turned off currently. Let me slowly come out here and take that little island over there. Alright, let me take a look at this. Looks fine to me. This is our compressor there. Yeah, I'll fix that up later. I'll come through and fix it up. I gotta look and figure out why this isn't working though. Processing. 1 iridium ingot. Crafts it with 1 iridium ore. Well, that's just weird. Let me come back to the network over here and try it from over here. Maybe it's a bug or something. I'm not sure. Check this. Currently crafting, but it has iridium. Oh wait, no it doesn't, because it's all on my... Sorry guys. I apologize. That was all my bad. Durr. People are going to be yelling at me for that. I'm so weird sometimes. Alright, so that's working. It's doing its thing. We still have 3 iridium ore in there. So if we go to iridium, as you can see our iridium ingots went up, which is perfect. Alright, let me just shift click that out of there. We don't need that anymore. Alright, so that worked. I got that set up. So anytime I have iridium ore, I can have that send out an auto craft to our singularity compressor there. How's this guy doing? Okay, this guy's done. As you can see, he's full of water cells still, ready for the Sheldonite to come in. Now, what about setting this guy up? Let me figure this out real quick while we're here and on the subject. See if we can't get this guy set up. Figure out which side we need to do this on. So, I imagine we want a import bus. I guess that's all we're gonna need is just an import bus, and it'll just automatically take everything out of here and put it in our system. Perfect. Alright, let's close some of this back up, shall we? There we go. And then I believe that goes there. Then I need a piece of glass up there, but I'll fix that later. Then I need to fix up the floor and all this stuff. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do here. But anyway, off that subject, we got more stuff to do. We still got time left. Alright, so we got all that. Let's come over here and let's work on some Yuyu Matter. Let's grab some of this Yuyu Matter. So I'm going to take this. The whole plan with Yuyu Matter this entire time was to take it and convert it into iridium ore. So how much can we get from the 100... I don't even know how much we had. It was like 167 or something like that. I don't know. You guys probably know now. I didn't even pay attention. But let's see how much I can make. Well, it looks like I can make about exactly 28 iridium ore. So we'll put that back in our system there. Got 31 in there currently. So if we go to iridium, go to craftable, we can do 30 ingots. And if we come over to our singularity compressor, I want to see how and watch how fast this guy works. Look at that guy go. Look at that guy compress. Well, that's what you get when you're at 105,000 PSI. Look at that thing go. Perfect. Alright, so now I think what I'm going to do is maybe add me another monitor over here somewhere. Maybe like right here. That'd probably be fine, right? And we'll take our iridium ingot and place it there so that way we know how much iridium we have as far as ingots are concerned. So we have 62 iridium ingots. We have 1 iridium ore. I just want to leave that in there for the time being. And let me grab a little bite to eat, shall we? Alright, let's see. So, what do I need? I just want to take a quick little crafting count here to see what I'm going to need. Apparently, I should skip the hybrid solar panel, as that would... From what I was told, it's going to cost more to make the hybrid solar panel. So it's better just to go from the advanced to the ultimate hybrid solar panel. Now, I'm not going to try and make this episode. We're not far from that. There's still some power generation I want to finish up first. I just want to see what I'm going to need here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I need, what, 64? If I need 64, then I am awful darn close. Actually, no. What all do I need? Let's just take a look. So I need this Cenarium alloy. I might have even said that wrong before. Cenarium alloy. So we're going to need 8 iridium plates, and each 8 of those we're going to need 4 iridium ingots. So we need 32 iridium ingots for 1 Cenarium alloy. Plus Yuyu Matter. Plus Yuyu Matter on top. Okay. I think we're getting pretty close. We'll be able to make up at least 1 very soon. Now, the ultimate hybrid solar panel outputs 512 EUs per tick. That's quite a bit. Now, we still got a little bit of time left. Let's do some other stuff real quick. Now, there's something else I've been wanting to make up. I don't know where it's at. I'm going to try and find it real quick. I think it's in... Is it nuclear control? I believe it is. Ah, yes, there we go. Industrial information panel. Let's make this guy up. So I should have some of these resources. In fact, I should have most of the dyes already. Pretty much everything. So I'm going to need 1 of these, but I'm probably going to make up a few of them. So we're going to need some glass panes, electronic circuits, some lime, some ink, and redstone. Now, if this was the new version of Applied Energistics, or I think it was NEI actually that added that, I could just click on this and it'd have a little question mark right there, and I just shift click that and it'd pull it out of my system for me. But fortunately we don't have that. Wish we did. That would be awesome. Alright, so let's type in SAC for ink sac. That's the right spot, right? Yep. And we'll exit out. Put that back in there. We need a piece of redstone there. We're going to need some glass panes across the top there. We're going to need electronic circuits. Let's go ahead and craft up, like, what? Just do 32. It's always good to have electronic circuits on hand when I need them. And last but not... Actually, no, that goes in the center. Last but not least, we're going to need dye. So I got some lime dye already made up for us. And I'll make us up 2 of them. Actually, no, we'll make up 4. I might want some somewhere else. So let me put that back in there for us. Then I'm going to want the information panel extender. So I'm going to need some type of plank, glass pane, and more lime dye in the center. And more glass panes. I'm probably going to get some more of those made up. Let me go ahead and craft some more glass for us. I can hear you, skeletons. You guys think you're quiet up there, but you're not. Yeah, we'll do a stack of those. Why not? There we go. Alright, and got me some jungle wood planks in here. Let's just go ahead and make us up like 12 of these for now. Should be more than enough. And now, if I'm not mistaken, I need some type of card to place into it, or some type of kit here. I'm not sure which one it is. Let me take a look. There's one in particular that I want. This one. I want a time card, so I'm going to need a clock and an electronic circuit. Easy enough. So I'm going to need some gold. And a piece of redstone. Gotcha. I might actually just make 2 of these. These things are supposed to be pretty cool. Alright, and then electronic circuits. Get me 2 of those. And grab me a couple time cards. Feel like I'm going to work. Let's see. So we got a whole lot going on over there. Let's put a clock, like, I don't know. That would show up on the outside, wouldn't it? I don't really want that. Need a good place for a clock. But this room is so busy now. Like, I'm running out of room in here. Like, I'd probably, if I ever wanted to expand later on, I could out this way. I just want, like, a normal place for me to place my clock. Alright, let's do it in this room. We got plenty of room in here. Maybe, like, right here. Wow. What luck. Anyway, place you there, and the information panel extender right there. In fact, let's just make this a big one. So you only need one industrial information panel. The rest you need the panel extenders. So let's just put this right back there. So that's a fairly large monitor right there. Right click on your industrial panel. Then I'm gonna take my time card, place it in there, and then I can also like type in something here, I guess. So I'm gonna type in like Skyblock current, because I know it's gonna say time after that. So once I leave there, alright, still blank, but I need a redstone source. So I'm gonna grab me redstone torch. And I think I might just put this out the back side of this. Like right here. Will that turn it on? No. Unfortunately, this darn thing's in the way. Will that work? No. Why you no like me? Ah! I'm sorry if I scared. That scared me. I'm sorry, guys. I was like, oh no, we're blowing up. Oh no. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. All right, let me get this figured out. Okay, so maybe just a lever. I can't place it there, otherwise it's gonna go crazy on me. Maybe I just need to put the redstone torch right there. Darn it. Alright, you know what? No. I'm not playing this game. Okay. This is what we're doing. I'm fixing this right now. Picking that up. And we're gonna place this right there. The only problem with this is I'm gonna have to re-add those items back in there. Don't care. Whoops. Stop that. Ha! I win. Now hopefully that does not affect the filter there. But let's see, so I need... I want arrows. Okay, don't have any stone swords. What about a bow? Good, I have a bow in there. Alright, so white would go... Wait, is that right? No, black. Black voids. Wait, white? That's weird. That comes out of there. Wouldn't it be just easier to put a bone in that one? I mean, technically, wouldn't it just be easier to take a bone? Well, if I had one. Let's see if we can't use our minium stone on it. I think if you combine 3 bone meal, you get a bone. Yep. And the new versions of these mods, that I don't think works. So if I like just took this and put it in the white, everything else would go void itself. That's fine with me. That works. Alright, put that back in there. Looks like it worked to me. So if I like put that in there, that's gonna... I'm just gonna make sure that this is gonna work via this filter real quick. I want to make sure that redstone torch... Okay, yeah, see? Those items are gonna go get voided. Perfect. Fixed that real quick, didn't I? Alright, now back to this. Now once we look at this... It's still off. What? What is this? Darn you. It's supposed to be on. Why are you doing this to me? That better work or I'm gonna be upset. There we go. Took you long enough. Skyblock current time is 12 something. Now that's actually the actual in-game time in Minecraft. That's what time it is. So if I go outside, it should be around noon. Should be a little, yep, see? Sun straight up in the sky. Now we can also do other things with these panels. It's not just the only thing we can do with it. Though I do like those monitors. Those things are pretty awesome. Now it might probably look better if I took out this bottom layer here. As you can see, it's kind of more compressed, and it's about the same size as it was before. But it really doesn't look like a monitor at that point. So, yeah. I don't know. Kind of like the other way better myself. Not sure why. That just, to me, that looks better. I mean, maybe it's a little bit bigger that way. I'm not sure. All right, let's make up one more. I'll see if I can't find a place to put it in here. I wouldn't mind having one in here. But let's take a look at this other stuff. So, what do we got? Liquid sensor, energy array location, energy sensor kit. So a frequency transmitter, EU reader, and a piece of paper. I want to try one of these. I'm not sure how this works, but I'm going to give it a shot. And if we don't get it in time, then I'll try and figure it out for next time. All right, so a frequency transmitter, easy enough to make. Electronic circuit. Let me grab one of those for later just to be safe. Piece of copper cable. And then we're going to need an EU reader, which we need copper cable and glowstone dust. Okay, I was going to say, I should have this on AutoCraft. Is that right? What did I do wrong? Glowstone dust, okay. Glowstone dust on top, there we go. An EU reader, I'm going to make up another one of those. Because that might be actually handy to have on me. I'm actually surprised I have not made one of those up yet. Oops. Guess I don't have any paper. Don't even have any sugar cane. What is this blasphemy? What is this magical nonsense? Seriously? Alright, fine. I'll just take some of these sugar canes. Leave me alone. Alright, skeleton, I'm gonna beat the crap out of you. I'm sick of hearing your stupid bones. You got a problem with me? Say it to my face. That's not a problem. That's you shooting an arrow. That's still you shooting. Okay, I'm done with you. You're wasting my time. Let's go in our crafting room. Alright, now all we need is a piece of paper. Put that back in our system. Frequency transmitter, EU reader, and an energy sensor kit. Get out of here. Go, get. Stupid doors don't even want to close for me. I love that charging pad, by the way. And by the way, I believe there's actually upgrades for this, too, which is awesome. I really don't think I need them, but there are upgrades for it, apparently. Let's actually take this out for just a moment. Let's put this energy sensor kit in here. Does that go in there? Oh, it doesn't. How do you do this? Maybe we have to link it somehow? So maybe, like, shift right click, or do I... Oh, wait. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Okay, remote sensor mounted sensor location card received. Can I not get that back? I get 2 electronic circuits back from that. So if I put the card in there, awesome! Look at that. Okay, I've never done that before. So that'll start telling me this is like our, backup power. So if this one, when this one runs out, which it's slowly gaining power, once this one runs out, it'll start draining out of this one. And once that one starts draining, it'll, show here. Actually, I think it's incorrect. Oh, free. Oh, free. Well, that's weird. Fill percentage, 100%. Well, I like that. Some of it's kind of useless knowledge, but you know what? That's fine. I like that. And then I can put the time on this side again real quick. We'll put the panel right there this time. And I think I actually don't have a lever. I think I'm actually out of levers. That is impossible. You're never out of levers. Alright, let me just make up like half a stack of levers. Learn to speak, man. Learn to speak. Here we go. And right there, we'll flip you on. Oops. Give me that back. That's mine. Alright, good. The panel's on, and then we'll just take the time card, place it in there, and we'll have the time. There we go. I like it. My work area. Alright, guys. Well, hopefully you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any helpful tips, tricks, or comments, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. If you guys would rate the video, I'd greatly appreciate it. And until next time, we'll see you guys then. Goodbye.